So I've been growing my channel, right?
Yeah.
My official artist channel.
Yeah.
I think at this point we're around 24,000, 25,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy considering like we only started back in April.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting because we've been like, because all the songs are starting to drop, and I've got more songs, like basically 2 songs every month. And I've had some people asking me like artists and producers, what's your business model? I've had some people basically, which even my haters, I have to say, were like, it's quite surprising that they're expecting a lot from me. Like they're expecting me to come out the gate with like millions of views on brand new records, and I wasn't even expecting that. Like, and I haven't been doing that. Like for example, like even if you look at something like Old School, which is the Bhangra record that I dropped July 1st. It hasn't clocked 1 million views yet, and I wasn't expecting it to. Like, I think for me, I knew going out that like coming back after over a decade was gonna take time to win the audience back, to build a new audience, and to figure out. It's what I call lipmus testing, and I think a lot of producers and DJs, they put all their eggs in one basket with this one record they really believe in, and they believe it's like the dog's bollocks. So it's the shit, right? And when it comes out, they're so frustrated because like 80 views, 105 views, and they're like, why doesn't anyone? It must be the algorithm. It must be the algorithm. It can't be my song. And what they don't realize is that in today's day and age, music is like a single piece of popcorn. People consume it, digest it, and it's gone in a second. It's not like the old days where like you built a record collection or a CD collection. And so my thing after coming back after so long, it's something I do in my other businesses as well, is I call it litmus testing, where let me throw a bunch of ideas out, which is what I've been doing. I throw the Bhangra record out, throw an EDM record out, throw a grime record. Let me throw a bunch of this stuff and see what kind of feedback I get for these records. And I can kind of fine tune and figure out what does my audience want. And once I know what my audience wants, I can kind of slowly tweak and go, okay, I'm going to give them that. I figured it out now. Let me give them that.
I think you kind of nailed it right there. You know, it's how long have you been waiting? 10 years? Let's say a decade.
Oh,
right?
at least 10 years, 12 years plus. Yeah.
Let's say
which is a lifetime. Like that's a lifetime in entertainment.
Yeah. You know, you had the itch to come back. I think this time last year we were actually talking, you know, getting a little bit more serious about this podcast.
Exactly.
To be really honestly with you. And I think with, you know, the fact that you were away for so long, that piece of the pie went to somebody else. Now we're trying to get that.
Well, you're fighting for everyone's attention.
Yeah, you're trying to get those pieces back, right? And I think a lot of people nowadays, they look at what is the time, like what's the main frame of success? Is it hitting over 1 million views? Is it, you know how we talked about this before, having like, oh, you know, this person had 24 million views in 24 hours, 48 hours and stuff like that. What does that really do for the artist?
So you have to break it down of like, so for example, like you have to look at your own skill set as an artist, right? What are you best at, right? And my situation is very different than other artists. Like if you're up and coming, my business model probably isn't for you, right? My business model, like, look, and I promise transparency and I like to be authentic, right? What you see is what you get. So to all the people that were leaving comments of like expecting me to have millions of views day one, telling me that I don't have the talent anymore or I've fallen off, you can basically suck my right? Because I don't give a shit. But I'm telegraphing everything I'm doing from episode 1 to now. It's all telegraphed. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do, and you'll see it happen in real time. And that's the point where like I know, because I know what's going on in my head and what's gonna end up happening because I'll put in the work. And all the people that are hating and jumping, it's because you're thick and stupid, because you don't understand the music business. Now, for example, everybody wants to be famous, popular, whatever. I've always come across in my career, for me, it was always a business.
Yes, I Have an Opinion podcast. Its owners and associates take no responsibility for opinions or statements made by Sanj Singh, its co-hosts, callers, or their guests. Yes, I Have an Opinion podcast is meant for entertainment purposes only. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, or annoy anyone. If you get annoyed, just tune into something else.